Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Friday, September 12th, 2014. My name is Nick Santiago. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's get right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You're going to see that the futures this morning are trading down nearly 2 points to 19.95 and a quarter per contract. So futures are coming off of the morning highs. They were never up really that much, but you have seen them pull back over the last 40-50 minutes. So again, futures are trading a little bit lower. It looks like we just had some economic data released at 8:30, which was just a few minutes ago. Again, it looks like the economic data that was released was basically the import price and the retail sales, which showed strength in the month of August. So again, I don't know how much of an effect that's going to have, but nonetheless, markets are trading down a little bit. I think the numbers were right in line or just a little bit above expectations. And anytime you see decent numbers, the market goes down basically because the Federal Reserve may have to start to raise interest rates some point in the future. So just think about it. The Federal Reserve has had interest rates, the Fed funds rate, which is the overnight bank lending rate to the four large banks, it has been at 0% since December 2008. So, interest rates have historically never really seen this type of low rate environment, or I should say the markets have never seen this ever. So it is pretty incredible when you think about it. All right, let's get into some stocks in the news today. There's a lot out here. First stock we're going to look at today is this company CNVR. It looks like this company was bought out last night, so the news came out last night. This is a takeover right here. So Conversant will be acquired, I believe, by Alliance Data Systems for $2.3 billion or $35 a share. So if you own this stock, congratulations. If you don't own it, don't chase it. Don't do anything here. Don't short it. Don't buy it. Leave it alone. It's a buyout. And you can see when bars ever look like this, and they're just tiny and they go straight across, that's generally the sign of a takeover or a buyout, something of that nature. So again, that is what happened with CNVR this morning. This company is being bought out for $2.3 billion in cash and stock, or $35 a share. So there's really not much you could do with this name at this point in time. Leave it alone. If you own it, congratulations, like we said earlier. If you're looking at the company that bought it, which is Alliance Data Systems, that is ADS, I believe, and you'll see the stock right now is not really being affected. It's really all over the map. Generally, this will trade down a little bit. So again, I wouldn't look for a lot of upside in this equity today. Generally, the acquiring company normally will go down a little bit once they make the purchase, and that is what happened today. So we'll watch ADS later, see if it moves around. Right now, the volume is very, very light, but it seems like it's holding firm around 259. Stock did close at 257, but it's hard to think there'll be much upside in this equity today. I don't think there'll be a lot of downside either, but just really not a lot of upside. Let's take a look at the next stock up on the docket here. ULTA Salon is what we're looking at. Really, really big pop. The stock closed at $97.48. Now, this is a very, very thin equity. What I mean by that is it rarely trades a million shares a day. Today, the stock is soaring, trading at $112.75. I believe they came out with earnings. The earnings, for the most part, were pretty good. The company looks like they guided higher as well. So market likes it. I'm going to have some gap levels in the chat room for us. We will look to trade this on the short side at some point today. So again, nice move for ULTA Salon. We're right around 9 o'clock. I'll give us some levels in the intraday stock chat at In the Money Stocks, and we will look to play this stock on the short side if it trades a little bit higher from where it is now. So again, ULTA Salon will be in play today, but a pretty sizable gap up. Again, we'll look to trade this one a little bit later, and I'll give levels out at 9 a.m. Let's take a look at Darden Restaurants, DRI. Looks like the stock is really all over the map. Nice little soaring and roaring move before pulling back again. So again, when I look at this equity, I know there is some news out there today. It looks like, let me see if I could find it here. Yeah, it looks like they reported first quarter profit of 32 cents a share. It was a penny above estimates, but who really cares about that? Really what you're looking for right now is to see if there's any activist investor pressure. And it looks like Starboard Value submitted some slides to see how they can improve Olive Garden, and Darden is the parent of Olive Garden. So either way you slice it or dice it, if the stock moves higher, you're going to have to watch the $51.90, maybe $52 level. That's going to be the big resistance point today if the stock can trade up there. If the stock trades down, and this is a big if because it's kind of in between right now, if the stock trades down, watch $45.07, $45.05. You can be a buyer there and a seller at 52. So that's kind of the way this stock is running today. It's kind of in between right now, trading at 49 bucks. So if it trades higher, watch $52. That's a level where you could probably short scalp it. 40, maybe even 51.90. A level you can buy the stock would be around 45, 45.07. All right, let's move over to the next one here. Hertz Rent-A-Car, HTZ. It looks like Carl Icahn is going to get 3 seats on the board. The stock is rallying up on that news. Stock has been beaten down over the past couple of weeks. It did close at $27.75, now trading at $28.70. Pretty good resistance around $29.30. So I'm not sure it's going to get much above there today, but watch for a little resistance at $29.30 should it get there. All in all, it's a positive news event, I guess, for shareholders. Carl Icahn getting 3 seats on the board. Eventually, he'll look to do something with that stock. So you're going to keep that on the radar. Let's take a look at Sprint. Sprint is soaring and roaring again. This stock has been on a tear to the upside, but a level where I think Sprint stalls out, $7.26 if it gets up there. If you're an aggressive trader, you can short scalp that level. Remember, a scalp is nothing more than a quick day trade lasting between 10 and 30 minutes. But that should be a spot where the stock stalls out on my chart, right around $7.26. It's been a great move for Sprint recently. Stock has roared higher. I mean, just in the last 2 days, the stock has gone from a low of $5.71 all the way up to almost $7 this morning. If it gets to $7.26, that's a level where I think traders that own the stock should be protecting profits by trailing the stop loss or taking it off the table, or else you can look to short the stock at that area. That should be a very, very good area for at least a pullback in the near term. All right, let's go over to Tesla. Tesla this morning put out a note where they're going to receive a really big tax break for starting their plant, I believe, in Nevada. So I believe they're going to receive a $1.3 billion tax break, and they're going to actually get other incentives as well for starting that battery plant in Nevada. So again, good move for Tesla. I think that's a good move for the stock as well. There's nothing really wrong with the chart. Right now the stock is trading at 281. It closed at 280. So I don't know if there's a lot of upside from here, but that is not a bad news report in order for the stock to go higher. Anytime a company can pay less taxes, that's usually beneficial to their bottom line and to their shareholders. So again, this stock should be in play today, but nothing really wrong with the chart here on Tesla, showing pretty good strength at least before the opening bell. All right, let's go over to the gold market. Gold right now is trading down $2.50 to $1,236 an ounce. So let's go to the GLD, which has really been struggling as of late. You can see the GLD has been really all over the map today, but all in all, right back down to that 118.83 level. I don't think there's a lot of downside here for gold, but at least for today. But nonetheless, it's still in a very, very tough and compromising position. Yesterday, the GLD did make a nice little bottoming tail, but again, you need to see some follow-through if that is going to move higher. Let's take a look now at oil. Light sweet crude is trading up around... light sweet crude is basically flat to negative. It's down about 16 cents on the session now to $92.63 a barrel. Let's go over to the USO, which staged a rather dramatic bounce yesterday. USO really reversing yesterday off that pierce to the $34 level. Today it's really flat on the tape. I'm not seeing much either way right here. Again, oil had a nice reversal day yesterday, so there's always a chance oil could go up a little bit, especially if the US dollar index starts to pull back. Today you're seeing the US dollar index starting to come down a little bit. It's only down, basically 12 cents, so it's not that big of a deal. But if the US dollar index does start to pull back more, then oil could get a little bit more of a bid. And you did have a nice little short-term reversal day on the USO yesterday afternoon. So that is a positive for oil. We'll see if the dollar pulls back more. Gold can also get a nice reaction to a weaker dollar as well, so just keep that on the radar also. I think we covered everything that we wanted to. Today is a Friday. This is the final trading day of the week. The trading volumes have been very, very light. I expect the volume to get light again probably around 11:30, 12 o'clock this afternoon. So once the volume gets light, that does favor the market to stay buoyant and push up. So be a bit aware of that. Right now, the futures are down 2.5 points. We've seen the futures really tumble each and every morning. Today, it's not so bad, but nonetheless, they are a little bit lower before the opening bell. With that being said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts.